Hi, we are Team 1. This is Unit 6. My name is Susan Branham. I teach math. I'm an instructional coach in Alief ISD.
My name is Amber Basigalapi. I'm an instructional specialist in Pasadena ISD.
And I am Janae Boykin. I'm a third grade teacher in Alief ISD.
The ISTE standards for Unit 6 are as follows.
The first one, standards for coaches and administrators, is around visionary leadership, and that we're called to inspire and lead the development and implementation and a shared vision for integrating technology that will solve problems and promote excellence as we transform our institution.
Okay, and then we have systemic improvement for administrators. And educational administrators provide digital age leadership and management to continuously improve the organization through the effective use of information and technology resources. So I'm going to kind of go ahead and start us off and tie that into the collaborative learning approaches. And throughout the other units 1 through 5, I've been kind of speaking more so from a teacher's point of view, but because we're going into administration, for the most part, I'm going to kind of try to speak to us a little bit from an administrator's point of view or a future administrator's point of view. So it's going to be very imperative as future administrators that we make sure that we're really getting together and we are collaborating to provide a positive learning experience for our teachers and staff throughout the building, because that's really going to increase the buy-in. You want to make sure whether it's technology, whether you're in a professional development, you're kind of feeding off of each other's strengths. So for example, Susan and Amber are really great with technology. I kind of struggled with some things. So it's been great that we've been able to be in a team together because we've kind of been able to feed off of each other's strengths. And going into administration, it's going to be very critical that we make sure we're really working together as a team. Again, that's going to increase the value and also the experience, because if you're not bought into something, then more than likely you're not going to have a positive experience and want to do whatever that thing is, or if it's technology based, want to use that technology program. So as administrators going into our positions, it's really important that we really understand how important it is to collaborate and work together as a team, and also to get that deeper learning approach as well.
I completely agree. On my campus, we have a few strong teachers when it comes to technology, and just watching them get excited makes me want to learn more. So I completely agree.
Can I jump in there too? I am currently technically an administrator, and a major part of my role is to develop and lead a vision, and collaboration is a part of that, because there's a difference between having 30 strong teachers that are doing different things in 30 different classrooms, and then as opposed to building a vision and coming together to collaborate and share where we think we need to go as a department. So I think that collaborative learning approach doesn't just affect the individual lessons that you do and how your students collaborate, but from an administrator perspective, like Janae was talking about, it involves getting all of our teachers to buy into that collaboration as instructors.
Absolutely. Thanks, guys.
So I did the Horizon report, the K-12 one that's in progress right now, the 2016, and I focused on developments. And mine was about telepresence, which was very interesting to me because I didn't know much about it. And it's basically using Skype and Google Classroom to have a classroom where everyone is not present in the classroom. You can use laptops and internet and basically project your lessons to the interwebs. And it was interesting because it made me wonder what's going to happen if all classrooms go to this. Students could just stay home. And then also from my school resource management class, if the students aren't present in the school, then the school doesn't get money for them. So they did mention in the article that if they're going to give out assignments, and the students have to complete them by a certain time of day, and if they do, then they're counted as present for that school day, and then the school will get the funding that goes with that. And this started because there was a little girl who had cancer, and her parents still wanted her to get her lessons, but she couldn't go to the school, so the teacher made her part of the classroom virtually. through Skype, and she got to interact with her classmates and still be a part of the lessons when she was able to. So it was very interesting. And
I think something like that would be great for like extenuating circumstances, like, you know, if a child were in the hospital or not able to make it to school because they were sick. You know, I think telepresence would be, you know, great for those type of special situations. Our technology specialist actually sends us a link. It seems like we get it once every semester, and it's kind of like an interactive classroom where if you tune into it, your students can interact with another classroom that is actually outside of the country. So, you know, there are things like that going on all the time. We just don't use them as much. But of course, we know that as technology grows, they're going to become more prevalent. So it was good that you read up on that.
And
This is exactly what we're doing right now, right? I mean, this is telepresence.
Mm-hmm.
We're engaging in that right this minute as a way to learn distance learning. So I think it is scary to think, because we've been classroom teachers or are classroom teachers, to think about how our role would shift. But I think we would just be like Dr. Crawford. We'd be giving feedback and encouraging students as they move along in a digital learning way. So my reading this for Unit 6 was a little bit different. I went into the Library Horizon Report and read about competition from alternative avenues of discovery. And that section discussed basically the shift that we've made in the last decade, or maybe even a little more than that, from trusting libraries as our primary source for information gathering, that if you wanted to learn about a topic, you went to the library, you asked a librarian, you looked in the card catalog to seek out the encyclopedia. And that with advancements in technology and just the way kind of culturally and socially we've shifted, we Google on our smartphones, like in our hands at any moment of the day. We have access to a lot of information. So it doesn't make libraries obsolete, but it does definitely call for a revision or a reimagining of how libraries can still serve as information resources, that kind of shifting their functionality to help meeting their patrons where they are is one of the things that section discussed. With the technology they have available, helping them sift through the information and learn about credibility and reliability and all of the navigation required with, you know, the inundation of information that we have. So I thought about the relevance that has to us in education. That conversation we just had about telepresence. To me, it's figuring out how our role shifts to kind of keep up with the technology.
Absolutely.
But that's definitely going to have to change. All right. Thank you for joining us.
Bye.